Hello and welcome to the Lanterna Knowledge Network, where we celebrate all things wine, spirits, and gourmet while educating each other at the same time. Lanterna has decided to introduce a knowledge network as a multifaceted approach to generate knowledge and skills for our team, our clients, and those in the industry. I'm Sarah Maloof, and I'll be your host today as we dive into the famous wine growing region we all know and love, Napa. Where is Napa? Napa is located in the northern region of California, directly to the right of Sonoma County, and actually only about 50 miles northeast of San Francisco. So an easy commute, many airports you can fly right into, and there are tons of things to do in Napa besides taste wine. There are many things that make Napa so special, but one fun fact, starting from the beginning, is that Napa Valley was actually the first American viticulture area to be named in the state of California back in 1981. Today, there are now over 16 AVAs located in Napa Valley. Atlas Peak, Calistoga, Chile's Valley District, Coombsville, Diamond Mountain, Powell, Los Carneros, Mount Veeder, Oak Knoll, Oakville, Rutherford, Spring Mountain, St. Helena, Stag's Leap, Wild Horse Valley, and Yountville. Napa Valley is home to over 1,700 wineries, but only 500 of them being actual physical wineries. And get this, 20% of the value of California wine is derived from Napa, but with only 4% of that being California's total wine production. Looking to buy land in Napa? Get your pocketbooks out. It'll cost you close to $310,000 an acre, which is crazy when you think about the value of Sonoma right to the right of it, which goes close $30,000 to $85,000 an acre. Did you know there are over 44,000 acres of vine stretched across Napa? Also, half of the world's soil variation can be found in this region. That's another reason why it makes it so special. Napa's mountains play a big role into what makes Napa what it is. The fruit that comes from these mountains, Powell, Diamond, Veeder, keep in mind, those were the names of the AVAs as well. The mountain fruit creates a more concentrated fruit-forward wine that you're able to lay down for 10 plus years sometimes. And the fruit from the valley floor is a riper style, more cooked fruit, less ripe fruit. A good way that I've heard people describe it, and I like it as well, is that the Bordeaux style of cabs come from the valley floor, and the mountain fruit screams New World. One of the wineries we'll be talking about on today's episode is La Sirena. La Sirena actually means the mermaid in both Italian and Spanish, after Heidi's love for everything to do with the sea. Heidi Barrett, also known as the First Lady of Wine, and her daughter Remy work hand in hand to produce these amazing wines. If you're lucky and you visit Napa, you may even be able to catch her on her helicopter that she flies over her vineyards. Let's check in with Remy from La Sirena and see how she's doing.
I love the magic element of this image of a mermaid with the magic element of wine that we all know and love. There's something about wine that's different that draws us in, so that became a good symbol for us for the brand La Sirena. La Sirena is my own winery that I started, believe it or not, 25 years ago. I was making wine for a lot of clients, which I still do. One of my clients had a wine that they weren't able to finish the project, so I thought, hey, this is my chance. I could take this on and start my own brand, which became the beginning of La Sirena. Overall, my brand La Sirena focuses on wines that I truly love to drink and really love to make. Wine is a combination of art and science, and the study of wine is also very scientific, but there's an artistic side that I enjoy very much as well. I really understand flavor chemistry very well and how you can really steer a wine one way or another. So once I have all my, what I call my little puzzle pieces built, then layering those flavors together gets to be very, very fun, and that's really the creative artistic side, I think, is when you put blends together. All of these interesting varieties coming together to layer and make something delicious. I am the the daughter of a winemaker, a scientific winemaker, and the other one was an artist, my mom being an artist. So I sort of come by this combination naturally, yet it also incorporates farming, which is really one of the most magic parts. You're taking something from the soil, agriculture base, we're basically farmers, and then turning it into sort of an elevated product which enhances people's lives. So I think that's one of the most fun parts about it. In the last few decades, I've really taken up painting in a big way, and I even sell some of my work in some galleries, and I love just creating. I like making things. I like making jewelry, I like doing ceramics, I love doing painting, I like baking things. So some of the art also transfers into some of our label design. I always have a lot of input in how our labels look, as well as how the wine tastes, obviously. But we did just start a new wine called Studio Series that'll feature one of my paintings every year, and that's going to be a lot of fun to work with.
I've been working for La Sirena for about 10 years now in sales and marketing, and I get the question a lot of what's it like to work for your mom, what's it like to be in a family business, and to that I always say, well, I really love my mom's wines and I really love my mom, so it makes my job super easy and really fun. My favorite thing about La Sirena wines is the variety in our lineup. We have a lot of really fun, very creative wines with an element of whimsy to them that I just don't think you see in most wines in the marketplace right now, as well as the really classic, very elegant wines that Napa Valley is known for, that my mom is really known for. I think my mom is really great at making creative wines that are super well balanced, really fun to share them with people out in the market because they are surprising, but they also really are delicious.
We're here in the Napa Valley, which is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and I think it's really the finest place that you can make wine. I think we make some of the best wines in the world here. I feel very lucky to work here. It's where we live, where we raised our family. Even though we're a really tiny brand, we make not very much wine, but a lot of different interesting things made in small quantities, all by hand with a lot of care and attention to detail. So I hope you enjoy them. I encourage you to find La Sirena.
Another Napa Valley winery I'm excited to showcase on today's episode is Conn Valley Vineyards, still family owned till this day. They started producing wine back in 1983 and have been family owned ever since. Conn Valley's 40-acre estate sits just a few miles from St. Helena and is right down the road from Howell Mountain. Todd Anderson and his family have worked for generations to create and craft what we know and love as Conn Valley Vineyards. They are well-balanced cabs and really, really fun to have in our portfolio and to show and to drink with family and friends. Check up on them and see how they're doing over in Napa.
Started with my dad and mom 35 years ago. I'm probably the only guy you're going to meet in the Napa Valley that actually literally did everything from bare ground to sales and marketing. I didn't hire a vineyard management company. I didn't hire consultants. I pounded every post in that vineyard, strung every wire.
Most of the traffic in Napa Valley travels up and down 29 Silverado Trail. We're a long, windy country road, well off the beaten path. You don't see a lot of action happening out here. Almost nobody makes it out to the winery by mistake. You come here as a specific destination.
It's a fabulous site. The slope, the soil color, very well drained. Doesn't get quite as hot as some of the hotter areas of Napa, which is really key.
You've got an elevation of about 400 feet. The whole ridge around us is about 600 feet. The fact that we get cool air rolling off of Howell Mountain and a little off of Lake Hennessy, and that it just seems to be a nice pocket of perfect air. This is terroir in every sense of the word. The fact that the soil, once you break through that layer of clay below us, is complex and it has perfect drainage. It's ideal. It's really ideal.
Gus and Todd have done a great job of keeping the vineyard, up to perfect status. Of course, once you've got a great site and you grow great grapes, you do have to be a good winemaker.
It's easy to make really good quality wine. It's just easy. It's Napa Valley. There was a style that I had been developing, maybe not intentionally. It just happened to be where my palate went, because I'm self-taught. I learned from my friends were Robert Mondavi and Louis Martini and Justin Meyer and Joe Heitz and Charlie Wagner Sr. and Al Braun Sr. Diamond Creek, Goose Abdalaval. I mean, it was amazing. There were like less than 90 guys making wine when I came here. And that's where I really learned. And having, you know, a good staff back at the ranch made all the difference in the world. And today I have Robert Hunt. That guy, he's got it dialed in now. He's a wizard winemaker. He's really good.
I think over the last several years, we have succeeded in kind of refining the wines that we're producing here. I feel like over time the wines have picked up more clarity, picked up, you know, they're more elegant, there's more vibrancy to them. I think the 16s coming up after these are going to be pretty spectacular as well. The 35th anniversary represents when Gus first purchased the property and the Anderson family establishing here in Napa.
Until my father and my brother started making wine, I did not experience the great vastness of the wine world.
I love his wine, and it's just a great time to come and enjoy time with friends and really, really fabulous wine.
Who is that?
I'd love to come out to Napa Valley and figure this is a good excuse to come out and have a great time at this beautiful vineyard.
Priority.
I think actually most of the wine that's come out of Conn Valley here has been very good wine.
We're very much honored to be here and share in all their success and such delicious wines and meet new people and celebrate life in Napa Valley.
This is a place to come and just be.
Napa is a very competitive wine environment. Everybody has good wine here. We think this is the best.
Right where we are, it's just this magical little oasis.
This is Conn Valley Vineyards, and it has seen hard work and has developed into a great legacy in the wine world.
Thank you for joining us on our episode featuring Napa Valley. If you enjoyed what you experienced, please share this link on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all social networks. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates, and feel free to send us your feedback and share some ideas. Thanks, everybody.